Yo, what's going on, guys? And today we're talking about, so if you guys do not know, the Miami Heat are one of the worst rebounding teams in the NBA. They are the fourth worst. They are ranked 27th, right? 28th, 29th, 30th. Yeah, so they'd be the fourth worst rebounding team in the entire NBA currently. So guess who, according to HeatNation.com's, let me make sure I get this name right, Jason Simpson, he writes that the Miami Heat, obviously we all know this, didn't upgrade much to their roster. They just ran it back and they brought in some young guys. The team is 2-5, and allegedly, according to I believe an executive that told Heavy.com, Jared Vanderbilt is reportedly a name that the Heat hope to get Utah to give up, though it's unclear if Miami is still eyeing the 23-year-old. They've been quiet on that lately. They looked at Jay Crowder. They hope to get Utah to give up Jared Vanderbilt. They want defense at that spot. They're not desperate in the O. They want to see what they have with guys like Caleb Martin, see how he handles the spot. Obviously, you guys know Jared Vanderbilt, already in his fifth NBA season, is averaging 24.7 minutes a night with 8.4 points, 9 rebounds, 2.7 assists, and 1.7 steals, while shooting 54.5%. And you guys know, if you guys been following I'm a huge Vando fan because I'm a T-Wolves fan. And on Utah, dude, guys been shooting threes. He's added a 3-point shot to the bag, shooting almost 43%. Obviously, he'd be the perfect fit for this Miami Heat team. I'm telling you right here, Miami, if you can trade for Jared Vanderbilt, give up at least one. I'd give up 2 first-round picks. I'm very high on Jared Vanderbilt, guys, and I think he would be the type of guy that would really, really help push this team's rebounding and defensive numbers back up, and he'd be the perfect sidekick for our man Bam Adebayo and Jimmy Butler. Now, I know not everyone is a fan of Jared Vanderbilt, but I do believe that he is someone worth paying attention to who can help this team. Seriously, he's just a phenomenal player who does his job well, and there's no reason other than that. Like, he's the guy that this team should be looking for. Screw Jay Crowder. You can lock up Jared Vanderbilt and you got yourself a cornerstone next to Bam for the next 10 years. Why wouldn't you do that? Okay, you're a masochist if you're not doing that. And maybe I am being overzealous or ostentatious about Jared Vanderbilt, but I do believe he's that. He was a 5-star recruit. There's a reason why this guy, he not only is a hustler, one of the best, he was in second place last year, only behind Steven Adams for offensive rebounds. He's almost as good as an offensive rebounder as Steven freaking Adams, and he's like 6'9", okay, with like a 7-foot plus wingspan. Kid's got arms, and honestly, it's a disservice if you're not interested in Jared Vanderbilt, because Jared Vanderbilt is someone that is definitely worth it. Kid's only 23 years old, 6'9", 220 something. He might be at 230 now, 220. Okay, and right now he's shooting 1 to 2 threes a game, so it's pretty dope. And for me, I've been a huge fan of Jared Vanderbilt for the longest time. And if you're into fantasy basketball, he's the 13th best power forward currently to fantasy basketball. So for me, I just think he's a great player, 4 and 5-star recruit. People thought he was a small forward, but he's really a power forward center. And that's why I think it took him a little bit longer. He was, according to ESPN, the 18th best player, 24/7 Sports, the 8th best player, Rivals 13th best, and Scout the 11th best in the 2016 class. And I think everything's going to be fine. I truly do. I truly do believe that everything's going to work out well if Jared Vanderbilt went to Miami. Plus, he's played in Denver and Minnesota with Chris Finch, and then before that, Mike Malone. So he kind of understands hard coaches like Eric Spoelstra.